Are y'all ready? It's time. Woo, woo, woo. Listen, it's been a great day. Welcome to Moments with Mama Sue. It seems like it's been a long time, but let me tell you what, when the first day of the month falls on Monday, it just throws me for a loop. It's like, where did all the time go? Thank you for making plans to be here at a little bit of an abridged time because we have just a million things going on. I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving weekend. It was the whole weekend because, you start off on Thursday or really as soon as you can on Wednesday, you start getting to your cooking and going out and planning the day, and then Thursday all day, then Friday all day. So there was football, there was family, and all of those things. And I hope that you just had a blast and that it was magnificent from start to finish. Let me tell you something. This was maybe the first year that I didn't have to cook up a whole lot of stuff. I didn't cook a whole lot of stuff. All that I had to take to the family gathering was fruit salad. I made a fruit salad. So I want you, before we get into too deep in tonight, go ahead and copy and share the link for tonight's broadcast on other platforms so others can join in and watch with us, because that would just be so much fun. It'll be so incredible and amazing. We're going to have a good time tonight because I'm going to be talking about the Midland Storytelling Festival that is coming up, and we'll also be sharing some other things. So I just want you to be ready for that. And while I'm at it, let me give a shout out to everybody that will be watching a little bit later. Most especially, I want to appreciate those that will be watching with us on WJIL.today, Roku, and Fire Stick TV. They tune in every week. And it is such a blessing. I appreciate it. They're there for Moments with Mama Sue in the wee hours sometime. They'll be there at 3 o'clock a.m. How about that? 10 o'clock a.m. and then at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I encourage you, if you have those platforms, be sure to join in and and be a part of that. We'd love to have you watching. And then, of course, you got to know that it's important for us to continue to have you let me know how the show is going for you, because I like hearing it. I like to know which artists you have connected with, what things have resonated with you, and whether or not the show is being a blessing to you. That always matters to me. Okay, so I want to encourage you to please follow and do that, because it is so important. And also, I got to tell you now, this is such an incredible time because we are in the holiday season. And I know everybody's busy, but it is the best time ever to make sure that you are connecting with me on these various platforms. I want to hear from you. So the way to follow me, make sure that you are connected, because we want to have a place of our own. And that is on my website. I know we're out here in these social media streets, but on my website, you can follow along and know all the things that I'm doing. There are blogs there. And I just want you to stay connected. Newsletters and all kinds of things that we're doing. Sometimes we do an after chat program with some of the artists that we get to interview, and we dive a little bit deeper and find out some things about them that aren't part of the regular broadcast. So all of those kind of things go on. So I need you to make sure that you are connected, and also that you are following along on all of these platforms. You can follow me out here in these social media streets. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. Yes, I'm on TikTok every day, Monday through Friday, 12 noon Central Standard Time. I am on TikTok. Yes. And I'm there with an inspirational, positive, motivational word. So I would love to have you tap in with me and enjoy that. So I just invite you along for the journey. I invite you along for the journey. And then I want you to know that on tomorrow, if the Lord delays his coming, we will be at the Southeast Senior Center. Southeast Senior Center right here in Midland, every first and third Tuesday of the month. I am there and we sing. Oh my goodness. If you have not tuned in, you should. If you live in the area, come join us. Come sing with us. You would love it. We have the best time ever. And I can truthfully say, I have never, ever, never, ever, never, never, ever, ever been to the Southeast Senior Center and left there when I didn't feel better, when I didn't feel more encouraged and lifted because of the songs that we're singing. Excuse me, we sing songs, hymns, spiritual songs, inspirational music, and it is so much fun. I play and accompany on the piano, and then, of course, we get an opportunity to have some of the singers sing. They have beautiful voices. And I'm telling you, if you have not tuned in, you're living beneath your privilege. So you can join us. If you can't make it to the Southeast Senior Center, that's okay. On those first and third Tuesdays, you can tune in right here on my Facebook page at Mama Sue Roseberry, and you can tune in virtually and get a chance to join us. A lot of people do that, and you'd be surprised how many people actually come along and join us for that. It's the best thing ever. We enjoy and you're invited to be a part of it. Well, I want you to keep rolling with me because here we are in December. And have y'all already been out shopping and doing what you got to do? Getting the things that you got to get and all of that kind of stuff. Well, if you are, and if you have been shopping, I want to encourage you. I want to invite you to go ahead and consider getting a copy of my perpetual calendar. Think Christmas now. Okay. You can get it at my website, www.sueroseberry.com. That's Thoughts from the Heart. And that is a perpetual calendar that is full of quotes and inspiration that the Lord has downloaded to me that I get to share with you. And it is the best thing ever. I really enjoy it. And there is no year. And so you just get to keep flipping and flipping and flipping and enjoying the quotes. And believe me, they come in sometimes right on time. I flip, it's on your desktop, it's in your office, wherever you want to have it, and you will enjoy it. So I want to encourage you to get that. Let me tell you what the Mama Sueism is for today. I call them Mama Sueisms because the Lord gave me the thoughts and the ideas. But let me read you what it says for December the 1st. It says, there will always be people trying to drive you crazy. Just refuse to get in the car. Okay, if people are trying to drive you crazy, you just refuse to get in the car. You do not have to go along with it. You can make up your mind to be assertive and just say, not for me. Positivity only, because we have the choice to decide how we're going to navigate this life, and everything that happens does not have to happen to you, because you can be the orchestrator or the person in charge of what it is that you're going to ingest and enjoy and all of those ends. Okay. Well, I have wonderful things to share with you. As I said, we're going to be talking about the Midland Storytelling Festival. And so I want you to stay tuned. Be sure, grab your beverage, grab your Coke or a cup of coffee, a cup of hot chocolate or something like that. And then hunker down so that we can be able to hear all about the Storytelling Festival right after this.
It's beyond entertainment. It's an experience. Book Mama Sue Roseberry today.
And it's worthy. Yeah, he's a great guy, and he is doing great things. Things on my comprehension. Let me tell you, he is opening doors and he is blessing and he is giving us opportunities to do great things. And one of those great things is coming up in just a few days. Actually, we start the Midland Storytelling Festival. Will begin here in Midland, Texas, in Midland, America. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Never before has there been such a great festival. It's been going on for 34 years. It started under the auspices of the Independent School District, and that ran for a number of years. And then more recently, in 2020, 2012, I would hazard a guess, we became a standalone nonprofit. And since that time, we have been going full steam ahead. This year's festival will take place at the Bush Convention Center. Okay, so y'all get it in your mind at the Bush Convention Center, but don't let that scare you. Don't let it scare you, because some of you that say, oh Lord, there ain't no parking down there. Well, yes, it is. There will be valet parking for all of the main events. So it happens downtown at the Bush Convention Center, but you can just come and drive on Texas Street right there alongside and get out, hand your keys to a valet person, and just stroll right on inside and enjoy the best family entertainment that is found anywhere. Let's get a rundown of a little bit about what's going to be going on. Let me add to the stage. First of all, this is our website at www.midlandstorytellingfestival.org. So if you go there, you will be able to see all of the happenings that are going to be going on. But what I wanted to get to was to show you visuals of our wonderful tellers that are going to be coming. We have 8 tellers that were contracted to come to Midland this year. Of course, there are familiar faces. There's Donald Davis, Laura Rayner, Willie Claflin, and a new voice, Mary Hamilton. And then there's Antonio Harsha, Barbara McBride Smith, and Bill Lepp and Charlotte Blake Alston. Those are our tellers. They are coming and they are excited about it. You know, when they come, it's like a family reunion, because some of them, especially Donald Davis, the gentleman with the bow tie, Donald has been here since the festival started. In 1992, he was, along with Rex Ellis, responsible for the inception of our storytelling festival. And we are so delighted that he still gets to come and share his incredible and amazing stories with us. Donald works all over the country, and we are just fortunate that he gets an opportunity to come and be with us. So those are our tellers. That's the lineup that is coming. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening during this week. On Thursday night, yes, Thursday night, you can tune in just like you are tonight to our Facebook page at Midland Storytelling Festival. And while I'm already thinking about it, go there, like it, and then click the little bell so you can know whenever we're posting things live. And then follow us and share it with somebody else, because then you'll know all the time what's going on in the storytelling community in our area. But I want you to begin to think about it. Think about it. So Thursday night, we will be having all of our tellers arriving. They'll be coming to town, and I am going to do a live right on the premises with them as we gather initially. So you'll get to see everybody come in, get to have them share hello with you and see what we got going on. It's going to be so much fun. You know, technology has made it possible for us to take these devices all around and do incredible things with them to get a glimpse of what's going on. So I will give you that insight. It's going to be a behind the scenes chat with the tellers. How about that? Won't that be fun? Oh, I can hardly wait. So I need you to plan on that. Be sure that you make it. So tune in to the Midland Storytelling Festival Facebook page, and I will possibly do it. Yeah, I might even do it on my Facebook page as well, just for additional reach. But I need you to be on so that you can know everything that's going on. And then on Friday is our Education Connection Day. Okay, can you say Education Connection Day? On that day, we will be going out into the community all around, sharing stories. We've got tellers that are going to Trinity School to host tellers to do programs for Midland Independent School District for a whole grade level. They'll be there doing that. We're going to Hillcrest and Hillender and Midland Christian and Classical Academy of the Permian Basin, to the library, to Midland Academy Charter School, to TLCA. We'll be everywhere in the community. We'll be at Manor Park on Friday during the day. So reach out to those entities and ask, is a teller coming to our area, and who are they coming to tell stories to? Because we'll be throughout the community sharing wonderful, wonderful stories. And I am so excited that we get to do that. We do that every year because that is part of our mission, to share stories with generations that are coming along. And we want the children to know how important they are. And not only the children, but the seniors too. Sometimes those are overlooked at either end of the age spectrum. So we will be doing stories in schools, and we'll be doing stories at Manor Park. So be planning to tune in for that, because it's going to be exceptional and wonderful. That is all day on Friday. Then Friday night, we want you to join us at the Midland Bush Convention Center. That's where all of our events are taking place. We'll be at the Convention Center at 7 o'clock p.m. on Friday evening for a live broadcast that will be broadcast on Basin PBS. Where they doing that at? In Midland, Texas. That's where we're doing it. So I encourage you to tell everybody. Now, you can watch it on television, of course, but we'd rather have you come down and be a part of it. This broadcast will go out to everywhere that views Basin PBS, the entire Basin PBS viewing audience, all this whole region. But for everybody that's close, you can come and be live and in the audience. You will get to hear all of our tellers that night and be part of the live broadcast. It really is live for 2 hours, 7 to 9 p.m. And a special bonus of that evening is that you will get to hear our youth storytellers. Woo! Woo! They were phenomenal. They were phenomenal. And so our youth will be included on that night. You're going to hear from them. Let me tell you who they are. They are Anna Lee Ellis, Zoe Galarraga, Amalia Galarraga, Roselle Thompson, and Harper Ware. So if you know any of those young people, I encourage you to come on to the convention center and support them. And the wonderful thing about storytelling is that there is something for everybody. It's not just for a single age group. A lot of time when I tell people I'm a storyteller, they say, well, do you read stories to children? Well, no. I tell stories to children, and it is a whole vibe. It's a whole synergy that takes place that you cannot describe. So I invite you, if you have not been to the Storytelling Festival, please put it on your calendar to come down and join us. We'll be having it all weekend, and there will be a time that may be conducive for you. So join us on Friday evening. The tellers will have merchandise, so you will be able to not only hear them that evening, but you'll be able to take something back with you that keeps storytelling alive wherever you are, and you will get an opportunity to enjoy it. Listen, I am going to tell you all about Saturday's events, and that's coming up right after this. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Miss Annie from way down south. She's loud, she's fun, but you'd better watch out. Put on your seatbelt and take the rollicking ride with the unpredictable Miss Annie as she whips and turns and drives straight into your heart. Own it today at www.sueroseberry.com. Woo! Hey, everybody, and welcome in. We're talking about the exciting Midland Storytelling Festival that is getting ready to take place in just a few days here in Midland. And I know that some of you that are tuning in for tonight, you may not be local, but guess what? You can still be a part of the Storytelling Festival, because if you go to our YouTube channel, which is Midland Storytelling Festival, you will see recordings of our wonderful tellers sharing content for ages K through 12. We will also have a rebroadcast of our live on Basin PBS on that YouTube channel, and we'll rebroadcast it too on our YouTube channel. And on Saturday, hear me what I say, you will be able to tune in real time to the live stream that is going to be taking place. We will have a live stream. And if you go to our website, I'm going to show you where to go to be able to view it on our website. And then we will also provide a link on our Facebook page so you can tune in and see it. It's going to be fabulous. Woo! Where they doing that at? In Midland, Texas. So we invite you. There is story for everybody. Saturday morning, we have a real festival environment. That Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, from 10 to 11, we will have two separate sessions. One will be for adults and then one for children. So if you have small children and they just can't sit very long and be still very long, well, this is the perfect opportunity to bring them. You can bring them at 10 o'clock. They can crawl all around on the floor. The tellers understand how to work with them, and it is amazing. They will enjoy it so very, very much, and so will you. So bring your children at 10 o'clock. Bring your mama now at 10 o'clock. There'll be separate sessions for each. We will live stream from the children's session at 10 o'clock. And then at 11:15, after we've had a brief transition at 11:15, we will live stream from the adult session. The tellers are so incredible. They have such amazing stories. They will not be repeating stories. So you can just come and hang out all day and have a completely different experience at every setting. You'll have wonderful memories to carry on through the holiday season, and it may even inspire you to do some personal telling of your own when you get back home with your family. So that is on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. and 11:15 a.m. for just an hour each time, but two separate venues. So you get a real festival environment. The children have something going on, and in another part of the convention center, then we have stories for adults. So it's not just for children. It's for everybody. Stories that everybody will enjoy. And then at 5:45 p.m. on Saturday, we want you to come back early for the evening finale, because we have an exceptional gospel choir that will be singing on Saturday evening at 5:45. The West Texas chapter of the Gospel Music Workshop of America will be featured doing carols. We call it carols and cocoa because you do know that there are stories in song, right? Yes, of course there are. So we invite you to come out and have a cup of cocoa, enjoy some refreshments. There'll be cookies and cocoa and memories and the best singing that will be found throughout the Permian Basin. I know you will enjoy it. So grab somebody, tell them to come out and enjoy it. The convention center will be all decorated, all festive, and you can join in with the Carols and Cocoa with the West Texas chapter at 5:45. And then, dun da da da, drum roll please. Then at 7 o'clock p.m., dun 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 dun, the finale. We will have a grand finale, which we call in storytelling an olio, which means you will hear from every single teller and they will tell a signature tale right there together, and we will have the best time listening to those stories. You don't want to miss it. It will be live streamed. For those of you that live a distance away, please tune in. Plan to tune in so you can be a part of it. But for everybody that is local, please come. I want to see you. Let's fill the Bush Convention Center. Let's fill it up with warm bodies to hear exceptional stories. That's what's going to be happening. So events for the entire festival weekend will be available to watch via our MSF YouTube channel and live stream on our website. And we will put that link on there and we will make it available to you. And listen, you can watch the live stream through the end of the month too. So you can go back and catch whatever you might have missed, hear it again, laugh again, enjoy stories, warm our hearts, and it is going to be so much fun. I don't know how many of you have storytelling events in the areas where you are, but our festival has been going on for 34 years, and we are grateful for the board of directors that govern our organization, our 501c3 organization, so that if you feel like storytelling is something you want to support, you can go to our website and you can donate to that too. It is tax deductible because I think it's important. Let me tell you why storytelling is important to me. Aside from the fact that I am a storyteller and that it is a profession for me, it is also a way for us to connect to one another. In storytelling, you got to listen, and you got to listen to learn, listen to be informed, listen to have a connection. And the world, don't you know, would be a better place if we learn how to listen to one another, if we really learn how to hear what's being said, not quickly just wanting to wait so we can get ours in what we want to say, but really listening to understand. That's what storytelling does. And it brings us closer because we find out as we listen to one another's stories that we have more in common than we have differences, that we have so much more in common. So that's my reason for wanting to promote storytelling. And I am so fortunate and so pleased that we get an opportunity to have a festival of the caliber that we have right here in Midland, Texas, right here. Again, I want to show you the pictures of those tellers that will be coming through and joining us. They are from Ocracoke, North Carolina, from Gray, Maine, from Jonesboro, Tennessee, from Ann Arbor, Michigan, from Richmond, California, from Charleston, West Virginia, from Frankfort, Kentucky, and from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, which is close to Philadelphia, if you don't know where Lansdowne is. They come from all over the globe, and each one of them tells in their own unique and diverse way. And we get an opportunity to enjoy it. And the other thing I got to tell you about the festival that hopefully will make it enticing for you is that it's free. Free. Now, wait, let me put the camera on myself so I can spell it out for you. It's free. Free. Thanks to the wonderful generosity of our sponsors. That includes individuals who have given money. But let me tell you about some of our sponsors that have made this possible. It's the Ray Charitable Trust, the FMH Foundation, West Texas National Bank, Friends of Libraries and Literacy, the Katie and Paul Morrow family, the City of Midland. Yes, the City of Midland supports this. HEB Grocers. So those are our epic level sponsors who contribute to make sure that this happens in our community for families. And by their giving, we can have the festival free of charge to those who attend, because we did not want anybody to be left out. Families can come. It's a place where you can bring your whole family and have a wonderful, entertaining evening of enlightening storytelling, and just have a great time. Meet new people, find out about others that are enjoying and loving storytelling. I promise you, if you come, you will enjoy it. So I hope you will share this. If you know anybody in the Midland, Texas area, or you have a platform where you can share this, would you do me a favor and help me by copying the link for this live and sharing it? Share it on your platform and let them know, hey, if you're in Midland this weekend, this is what you should be doing. This is where you should be going, and this is where you should be hanging out. It's our 34th year of bringing master storytellers from all across the country to Midland, Texas, for this family-friendly event with something for all ages. We invite you to follow us on Facebook. You can also follow us on YouTube. And then, of course, connect with us on our website at any time. Then we want you to follow these amazing and incredible storytellers, because you will be so entertained by the stories that they share. Funny stories, heartwarming stories, stories that help you connect with your own stories. That's what we want to do. And then, of course, you're going to get to hear our amazing youth tellers. And there is nothing better than encouraging young people to do positive things. They're learning public speaking. They're learning stage presence, poise, and presentation. Oh, it's just good. I'm going to be there. You're going to get a chance to hear a gospel choir, have some cocoa, have some cookies, and just have the best time ever, cataloging some memories that are unforgettable. So I invite you to join us. There's one last thing that I want to make you aware of concerning the Storytelling Festival. And that is that this year we will have an opportunity to promote some story labs that are coming up in January, February, and March. We've already secured talent for January and February. We have tellers that will be coming to us. Oh, yes, tellers that will be coming to us from other places that are not even part of this lineup for the festival. So go ahead, put on your calendar January 8th. January 8th. That is a Thursday, January 8th. We will be doing this in collaboration with the Midland College. So at the Carrasco Room, January 8th, there will be food, okay? There will be food, there will be fellowship, and we invite, especially our target age is teenagers through wisdom years, okay? Come and join us at the Carrasco Room for some wonderful, talented storytellers. And then we're going to have intergenerational discussion based on the stories that we hear. We'll talk about what the stories make us feel and all of those things, but you get to be a part of it. So put it on your calendar, January the 8th. And then the next will be February the 16th. February 16th. Okay, January 8th, February 16th. Add those in because we want storytelling to be something exciting and wonderful right here in the Permian Basin. And if you live off a distance and you're within driving range, come to Midland for a weekend. Come hang out for a weekend and do something different that you've never done. Enjoy something new and exciting. You will absolutely love it. So I'm encouraging you. I see some of you on here from Amarillo and other places that are close within driving distance. So I want you to come. I want you to come and be part of the Storytelling Festival. And when you do, I am going to be there with smiles and so much gratitude in my heart that you took time and made time to come and spend with us at the Storytelling Festival. Well, after this next promo, I am going to share with you a story, a story. So stay with me. Through Dimple's eyes, custom photography, creating memories one click at a time for all your special occasions. Phone 432-203-6248 or email at tdezsmile19@gmail.com. And be sure and let them know Mama Sue sent you. Woo! Listen, if you are just tuning in, you're late, but you're not too late. We've been talking about storytelling tonight because for some of you, you do know that I am a storyteller by profession. That's what I do. And so tonight, I want to tell you a story that I call, well, Barbie's cousin. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in an extended family household. There was my mother, my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather, and then there was me and my three brothers. They didn't know that I was a lost princess. But I tried to tell them often enough, though they hardly ever believed me. In our house, we grew up and there was so much love. But I have to tell you that we would probably be what you would consider PO. P-O. Mm-hmm. We had so little that we couldn't even afford the other O and the R. It was like that for a lot of years. But honestly, I didn't even know that we were poor. We were poor. I didn't even know. because I thought that everybody grew up like we did. I thought everybody ate bologna sandwiches. I thought everybody had just one bathroom in their house that the whole family was sharing. Because in addition to the adults and the four children, we always had miscellaneous relatives that came in and spent time at our house. And we always made room for them. There was always enough. There was always some food boiling on the stove. There was always a pot of pinto beans and a skillet of cornbread. And there was always love. hmm Well, round about October of every year, we used to get something in the mail. It was about this wide, maybe about that tall, and it was about that thick. And it was a Montgomery Ward's catalog. Yes, yes, yes. We would be so excited about getting the catalog. We looked forward to it when it came in the mail. My brothers and I would get on the floor with the catalog on the floor in the middle, and we would turn and flip the pages one by one. And we would reach out our hand and we would snatch up and we say, oh, that's mine. We don't care what it was. If it was a tractor or if it was a chainsaw. And then our favorite section of the catalog was, guess what? The toy section. Ooh, we could hardly wait. We would look through the catalog and be so excited that we got a chance to see all the latest toys. And I told you, we'd be snatching. We'd put our hand out and cover it. Oh, that's mine. That's mine. It's a Barbie house. It's a G.I. Joe. It's a bat. It's a stuffed animal. All the things that we wanted. And we looked at it. They called it a wish book. And we were sure wishing and hoping for what we would get. My mom would let us make a list of the things that we thought we wanted. We'd make long lists, but we already knew we were only probably going to get maybe one thing on that list. So whatever that thing was that we wanted the most, my mom, bless her heart, would work so hard and try to provide for us, try to make sure we got it. My oldest brother, Mike, he was an athlete. He liked to play baseball and football. And he asked for a bat, a slugger, a Babe Ruth slugger. That's what he wanted most of all. My brother, Greg, well, he was the peculiar one among us. And he asked for a candle making kit. A candle making kit. Go figure. I wanted a Barbie doll. I wanted the one with the glamorous ball gown that looked like, oh, she was a queen. That's what I wanted, was a Barbie. And my youngest brother, well, he wanted a G.I. Joe. We put other little things on the list, but those were the main things that we wanted. We already knew that at our church, we were going to get a brown paper sack, and it was going to have an orange, an apple, some of those ribbon candies that swirled and looked like that. You know, they curled around. We'd get some of those. We'd get a candy cane or two. And then they would put in a handful of strange nuts. There would be a few pecans, a few walnuts, and then they'd put in these other strange looking nuts. That we could hardly crack. But that's what we got from the church. But we were looking forward to Christmas because Christmas meant that we were gathering together as a family. We did things that maybe might be considered a little trite now or a little hokey by today's comparison, but it meant a lot to us in those days. Initially, we used to put up a Christmas tree that we used to buy from the Christmas tree lot. My grandfather would have a big Folgers coffee can, and we would build a stand. He'd put dirt in it and put the tree down in that. And for a while, we had live trees. We loved those. And the house would smell like fresh pine needles. We enjoyed that, even though we had to sweep up the pine needles and try to water the tree to keep it from being so dry through the holiday season. Then my mother, bless her sweetheart, she saw an aluminum tree one day and she then started buying silver Alcoa aluminum Christmas tree because she would get it out and put it up every year. Every one of the limbs had a little flowering bulb on the end, and she would decorate the tree with red ornaments, red glass ornaments, and cardinals, red cardinal birds. She thought it was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen. I wasn't crazy about the decoration, but I didn't mind so much because what I was really after were the gifts that were underneath. My mom would wrap all of the presents, and bless her heart, she wasn't that good at wrapping presents. So you kind of could tell what it was just from looking at it. Like my brother's bat, it was wrapped and it looked just like a bat made out of Christmas wrapping paper. Well, she got all of the gifts and put them underneath the tree. We knew better than to get the gift and be trying to shake it or move it around or do anything like that. That was taboo. But we could look, and I could tell that the box that had my name on it looked just like it might be about the right size to have a Barbie in it. Oh, I was excited. We could hardly wait for Christmas. My grandmother would make all kinds of delicacies, pies, and cakes when she wasn't working for the Mead family, where she was a living housekeeper. And then her sisters would make things and they would come over to the house. Everybody would join together for the holidays. And it was such a festive and wonderful time. And we were just about out of our mind with excitement because we could hardly wait to open our gifts. Christmas morning, my mother would gather us all around the tree. And before we could open a single gift, my grandmother would have everybody join hands and she would pray. Oh, she would pray. Oh, she would pray. Oh, she would pray. She prayed so long, we would be antsy and wiggling, and she would be determined. She would say, Lord, we want to thank you for blessing us to see another Christmas. And Lord, we want to thank you that not a link in our chain has been broken. And Lord, we want to thank you that we have a roof over our heads. And we want to thank you for the blessings that you have given us. And then she would say, and Lord, we want to thank you for these children who are acting like they can hardly wait to open your gifts that you have provided for them. Lord, we just want to give you all the glory. And at long last, we heard her say the word that we had been waiting for. Amen. Well, that didn't mean that we got to rush and open our gifts, not by a long stretch, because my mother had another whole ritual that she would go through. She was the caller. That meant that she was going to pull out a gift and make a big ceremony of pronouncing who it should go to and then handing it to them. You didn't just get your own gift out from under the tree and start tearing into it. Oh, no, 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 no. It was a bigger ceremony than that. So she would go through and she would pull out a gift, and usually it kind of went by age. She would offer it to my oldest brother first, to Mike. Merry Christmas. Well, we could all tell it was a bat. He opened it, unwrapped it, and sure enough, it was just like we thought. It was a bat. He was so happy. He started grinning, and then my mama had to caution him, no swinging it in the house. Then she went to my next brother, Greg, and she gave him a pretty good sized square box. He opened it up, and it was his candle making kit. Ooh, it kind of looked kind of cool. It had all kind of candles you could pour and make. A frog candle and some other animals that you could pour up and make a candle, and fragrances that you could put in. Oh, well, he was happy. He was so excited about his candle making kit. Then it was my turn. I was the third oldest. And she handed me a box that I was sure had my heart's desire. I gently tore away the tape and the paper, and then took off the bow, which we were going to save and use on another present at another time. And then I opened it up. It didn't say Barbie. I wasn't very old, but I knew how to read, and I knew it didn't say Barbie. It said Flair. Flair? I said Barbie. I didn't say Flair. And when I opened up the box and looked at the doll, she didn't have on a dress like the Barbie that I wanted. She had on an outfit, but she didn't even look like a Barbie, because there was a seam running all the way from the top of her head down the middle of her face. A Flair doll. Well, I wasn't really happy about that. No, I was not. And then my brother opened his gift to Mark. Merry Christmas. He opened it up. He tore his open, and he had a similar expression to mine. It wasn't a G.I. Joe. It was a Combat Bob. What had happened to our Christmas wishes? Where was my Barbie, and where was his G.I. Joe? We were disappointed, and our mouths were kind of stuck out. My mother looked at us, put her hands on her hips, and she said, "What is wrong with y'all?" And I said, I didn't get a Barbie. And my brother said, "I wanted a G.I. Joe." And she looked at us and she said, "Well, you children need to straighten up. Don't you know that Flair doll is Barbie's cousin?" And then she said to my brother, "And that Combat Bob is the cousin of G.I. Joe?" Well, we thought about it a second, and then it kind of lifted our spirits because we understood about cousins. Remember, I told you that we always had miscellaneous relatives that came and stayed with us. And when they did, we got my cousins got treated the same as we did. It was like having additional brothers and sisters and playmates. We were all treated the same in the family. So cousins were essentially on the same level as we were. So we kind of straightened up a little bit. And then we thought about the many times that we had gone places. My mom used that term quite frequently. Every time that we didn't get to go to McDonald's or Dairy Queen, we went to a little hamburger stand down the street. And my mother would say that was McDonald's cousin. When we wanted some brand new shoes, maybe some kids, but we didn't get them because she shopped and bought our shoes maybe from Payless, and they were Pro Wings. They were not kids, but she would say, "Oh, those are kids' cousins." So we were used to hearing that term, and we knew it meant that this is just as good as. Well, needless to say, fast forward to the time that I had children of my own. And there were times when I wanted them to have the best that I could afford, but it wasn't always exactly what they wanted. And in those instances, when it was just something similar, I would tell them what my mother had told me. I'd say, "That's the cousin." And they learned what that meant. It meant that we should be appreciative for what we have because that was a gift that came from the heart, and it was the very best that could be given to us at that time. I don't know what gifts you may have loved and treasured when you were growing up, but I can tell you that I learned a valuable lesson from my mom, and that's a lesson that I keep to this very day. It really is about the sentiment behind the gift. It really is about the love and the joy that the gift comes with. When I told this story at a senior center recently, and I talked about Montgomery Ward catalogs and described them, some of the gentlemen in the audience, some of the seniors knew exactly what I was talking about. And then he said, "Oh, I'm still getting Montgomery Ward catalogs." I said, "Really? I didn't even know they still had a Montgomery Ward because I have not seen a store in years." Some of the seniors said, "We did the same thing with the Sears catalog." But then the gentleman said, "If you wait here just a minute, I'll go to my room and get one because I just got a new Montgomery Ward's catalog the other day." What? You can imagine how excited I was. I hadn't seen a Montgomery Ward's wish list catalog in a lot of years. He went to the room and he got it and brought it. And this is it. He gave it to me while I was in Atlanta. Montgomery Ward. This is the Christmas catalog for this year. But look at the size of it. Ah, look how thin it is. Those days of the great big thick catalogs, I guess it's gone. But stories keep those memories alive for years to come. It's in my heart and in my mind. And maybe my sharing this story with you has caused you to think about things and traditions and activities that you had when you were growing up or that were part of your family. From my heart to yours, I pray that you will have a blessed holiday season. Now, we will have one more Moments with Mama Sue for 2025. So I invite you to join me on December the 15th for another Moments with Mama Sue at our regular time, 6:30. Our special guest will be Roosevelt Griffin, who is a phenomenal singer and artist. He'll be my special guest for the final episode of Moments with Mama Sue for 2025. And then we'll start looking toward 2026. And in the meantime, please plan to join us for the Midland Storytelling Festival beginning this Thursday. And if you can't be here in person, please plan to join us virtually. I look forward to having time with you. Tell everybody the Storytelling Festival is coming to town, and we look forward to seeing you there. I'll see you on the next Moments with Mama Sue. I love you. Bye.